everybody, it's Pendragon, and today's video is brought to you by W Energy. So I'm gonna keep things short and sweet. W Energy is a clean energy drink that has no sugar, no calories, and comes in a variety of delicious flavors, including Galaxy Grenade and Dragonade. Not only does it give you no jitters and no crash, but it's chock full of vitamins and amino acids, which are great for you. Use promo code Pendragon for 10% off of your order, and give it a shot today. And now, on to the video. Hey everybody, it's Pendragon, and welcome back to more Runescape Hardcore Ironman. Last time on Runescape Hardcore Ironman, we finished up Rune Mysteries, and we also opened up our Port Serum chest, where we actually ended up getting, quite a few decent things here, including, the Clue Scrolls, the Pure Essence, the Wine of Zamorak, the Alchemist Keys, the Teak Planks, and just a whole bunch of good goodies here. Apologies in advance for this video. I'm feeling a little ill, so I might sound a little off throughout the video. But I'm going to try my best to get a video out here for you guys for this upcoming episode. I want to try to get you guys videos every single day, so that way everybody has their content to watch and all that fun stuff. But I might revert back to like a Monday through Friday schedule. I'm not too sure yet. Especially since I'm still catching up on Kingdom Hearts. Maybe I'll do kind of like an alternating schedule where it's like 3 games over the course of 5 days, and then kind of flip-flop which games I do, sort of thing, or maybe add in some more content. You guys can just let me know down in the comments. Anywho, this time on RuneScape Hardcore Ironman, as I was just standing there at the bank, we're going to read this message from Mizgog, so that we can actually get Imp Catcher done, that we started a while back. So we got Red Sanguine, which is the air, Red Sanguine Air, Southwest Varrock, Yellow Choleric Fire, Northeast Alcarid, Black Melancholic Earth, Northeast Varrock, and White Phlegmatic Water, Southwest Lumbridge. So seek out my beads at the 4 elemental altars. They are the source of their power. Do not be deceived by the fake beads carried by Greyzag's imps. So the beads that we already have, this red one here and the black one, we sadly cannot use those. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop them just to get rid of them already. And I think I'm actually going to switch back to using melee as well. So let me just go ahead and put on our iron armor for now, even though I really need to upgrade soon. And go ahead and put on Silverlight and the offhand resource, since those are part of our best melee gear at the moment. And I believe we needed a bowl of steaming water for this, so we will actually have to go to a general store to get a bowl. Actually no, we can just head over to Lumbridge Castle real quick and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and run on over, grab that bowl, make the steaming water, which is just cooking the stuff on the bowl. And then I will show you guys each of the altars. Also, over here where I'm kind of running on through, also I keep trying to surge. I'm so used to having double surge, which is something you unlock later on in the game. But this is Lumbridge Crater. So there used to actually be some statues here, but then they did a RuneScape Anniversary Island thing, and now the crater is just a nice little pool of water. And I believe they use it every summer for the kind of like summer beach event that they've been doing for a couple years now, which I honestly really enjoy. I find it really fun. I find it good XP and all that fun stuff, so I hope they do it again this year. Maybe I'll showcase it on the channel or something. That'd be pretty cool. And maybe that's why they kind of keep it this way. I guess that's probably the easiest way to just maintain the exact same setting and just, drop items in when they're done. Anywho, we need to make our way to these 4 different altars. So we're going to go ahead and go to the water one, which is in Southwest Lumbridge, which is actually right over here, and we can see a phlegmatic imp here. So let's go ahead and talk to it. He says, "Oh, you better not come close, mate. I picked up a nasty cold. Hang about, I'm gonna sneeze." The imp sneezes loudly, spraying the surrounding area in a short, sharp shower of mucus. Well, thank goodness disease damage doesn't exist in this game anymore, am I right? I swallowed the white pill Wizard Greyzag gave over, but I don't feel no better. If anything, I feel worse. Oh, I know you feel. I know you're feeling there, man. Me nose is so sniff. Oh, it's so bunged up. I can barely breathe. What you need is some chicken soup. Honey's really good for a cold, or have you tried a bowl of hot water? Well, we have a bowl of hot water, so let's just go with that. Eh? I'd rather have a nice cup of tea. If you don't drink it, you heat a bowl of water and inhale the steam. That'll clear up your phlegm. Now, where can I find a bowl of hot water? You know what I'm already holding. So let's just go ahead and use it on the imp. Oh, never mind, we gotta talk to him again. Alright, hold your head above this bowl and inhale the steam. That should clear out your nasal passages. Also, steam definitely does help. But, basically all you do, you know, just inhale over a pot of boiling water or a kettle, whatever you're using. Anything that gets steam, pretty much, even humidifiers, helps a lot with colds. So, wow, cheers, mate. That's cleared my allergy right up. Oh, hang about. I've got a reward for you. And of course we get a gross little sound where he says, better out than in, and now he's a healthy imp. So now we have a phlegmatic beam. So we retrieve the phlegmatic bead and reluctantly clean up the sickly imp vomit. And bead, not beam. I can read. But now, we already have that one, so now we need to go to southwestern Varrock, northeast Al-Kharid, and northeast Varrock. The next option is actually going to be right on over in Al-Kharid, so let's go ahead and do that. Also, RIP, someone died in ED3, that sucks. Anywho, I also need to do this minigame over here and get up to 43 prayer. I think I'm probably going to do that in between episodes. I am going to kind of keep this one just a little short, just because I am not feeling the best. And I don't want to speak and ruin my voice for, you know, future content kind of thing. But anywho, as we head on into here to Al-Kharid, little desert area. Also, you get an achievement for entering through the west end. We can also actually activate this lodestone. But this is a fun little town area. It's like a little desert city kind of thing. There's a, I believe a czar that is the leader of the area, and then there's a prince and all that fun stuff. Or it could be a sultan. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know there is a quest we can actually, well, a few quests we can actually do over here. But we want to make our way to, well, not this area yet, because this place, I don't want to spoil anything. So I even tried not to hover over the characters, as you can see. But we need to make our way to the fire altar. So over here, oh, it looks like there's a flash mob event going on. Yeah, we can't handle these guys at all right now. But I did do this on my mains, that way I can get the achievement. But these happen every hour. I think roughly 10 to 20 minutes before the hour or something like that. I forget off the top of my head. But anyways, we have the choleric imp here, so let's talk to him. What are you looking at, Sunshine? Nothing, I just came to ask about. Oh, I'm nothing, am I? Just a pint-sized demon with a pointy sword. No threat to anyone, eh? What pointy sword? You're not carrying a... Of course he hits us. But apparently we hit him back, and he took quite a bit of damage, actually. So let's finish him off, because these imps are super easy for us. And also he healed back up by the time we got back over. But ow, my spleen! I yield. Please, sir. No more. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I ain't usually a violent sort. It must have been something I ate. Uh-oh, here it comes. And of course, more getting sick. If anyone is squeamish about vomit and such, it kind of sucks for this quest. So I'm sorry if you're watching this, you're squeamish about it. I didn't create the quest. I don't work for the game devs or anything, so yeah. But anyways, now it's a calm imp, so that scuffle got it out of my system. Sorry about the mess. I'm going to need a long, hot bath after I finish this quest. I agree. But let's go ahead and grab it. And of course we clean up the imp vomit. And now we gotta make our way to the next altar. So the next one is going to be... So we can go to the air one, or we can go to the earth one. I think we're going to go to the earth one first, just because we're kind of on the same path for it. So also over here is another little fun area. You can actually do some, what do you call it, farming for herbs and such, and then you get some rewards and such that actually are super useful. We unlocked a new song from it. But I've been doing it a bit on and off with my main, because you get to earn basically like this reputation with the knights over there kind of thing, and the druids. And when you do it, you can get access to, like, seed boosters and such, which pretty much, like, it's a passive that allows you to plant for herbs, instead of like one seed per patch, it could be 2, then 3, then 4, and so on and so forth. I think it goes up to like 6 or 7, something like that. And also, we're going to be unlocking a bunch of songs here. And also, over here is actually a place we could probably try to go to this episode as well. The dig site. So that way we can actually do a little bit of archaeology. As you can see here, there's an introduction to the skill. Could that be a nice thing to start? Also, the circus has moved. So we can do more circus stuff afterwards. But right now, we need to talk to the melancholic imp over here and see what he has to say. I've made a terrible mistake. I wish I'd never come here. Oh, woe is me. What's making you so miserable? I want to do a good job for Wizard Greyzag, but I've only made a mess of things. He's going to be so disappointed with me. So, why do you care what Greyzag thinks? Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Why would he be disappointed, or goodbye? Let's ask, why would he be disappointed? He gave me a bead to look after, and I've only gone and eaten it. What kind of an idiot would do that? So why did Greyzag give you the bead? I guess you're that kind of idiot. Or some days you'll have setbacks, tomorrow is a new day. So with this melancholic imp, you actually have to try to cheer him up. So we're gonna go with the friendly options here. So some days you'll have setbacks, tomorrow is a new day, which are wise words to live by. You're right. It can only get better from here. Unless I screw up again tomorrow. So take your time, no one is rushing you to feel better. You're just looking for attention, or the only one you're hurting is yourself. Now, the best option here is to go with take your time, no one's rushing you to feel better. Once again, words to live by. But some of these are just rude. Like, if someone's honestly down on their luck and you could tell they're having a rough time, just try your best to, you know, kind of be a listening ear and cheer them up. Don't instantly go into you're only hurting yourself or you're just looking for attention kind of thing. Like, you know, always try to help people. Just some words of advice and words of wisdom. So take your time, no one is rushing you to feel better. Thank you, I appreciate your help. This feeling won't last forever. I just have to do the best I can, one day at a time. A gurgling erupts from the imp's belly. Oh, that's not good. Oops, excuse me. I think something I ate disagrees with me. Uh-oh, incoming. And of course they get sick again. And now they're a happy imp. Wow, I'm glad I got that out. I feel so much better. Now let's grab the melancholic bee and wipe up the disgusting imp vomit. And now we gotta make our way to the final altar, which is the air altar. Also, these altars are the ones that are for the elemental runes to create. Also, there's a lot of people, it looks like, in the bar, but I can't tell if those are white dots or yellow dots. Oh, some look like white ones. There might be a roleplay event actually going on. That's pretty cool. I'll have to remember that area then, because I haven't really seen the roleplay scene in a while, because it just got out of hand back from when I used to do that back when I was younger. But anywho, over here is also the lumber yard, which is where you actually can have logs made out of planks. You can trade with the operator here to get like different construction gear, which we'll do that eventually as well, but not quite at this moment. But let's go ahead and make our way over to the air altar really quick. So let's go ahead and open the door. God, you can really hear how this cold's affecting my voice. Let's go ahead and just make our way across. So it's pretty easy to get to. You basically just have to go next to like the Grand Exchange area, and it's just to the south of that. So let's go on across past the Demon Slayer quest, which just can also start another quest that we're not going to do quite yet, and then make our way all the way over. There's also another quest I think the Romeo and Juliet one we can do eventually too if we really wanted to. Unless we did it already? I don't think we did. Unless they changed it. It's possible they could have changed it too, because they changed a lot of the older quests. But here we are. We're right over here with the Sanguine Imp. So, gotta guard the bead, gotta guard the bead, gotta guard the bead, gotta guard the... Oh, hello. Don't mind me, I ain't done nothing dodgy. Hello, you excitable little imp. What was that you said about a bead? That weren't me. I ain't got no bead, not me no sir. The imp lets out a loud belch. The air smells like iron and his lips are stained with blood, which is not good. Go on, you can search me if you like. You won't find a thing, I tell you. Why are you talking so fast? I can barely understand you. I don't know, God, I'm just full of ruddy energy, I am. My heart's pounding like a drum. He's had too much caffeine. I think I know how to fix this. How about I help you work off that excess energy? What, you mean exercise? I've heard about exorcism. It don't go well for us demons. No, I want to exercise you, not exorcise you. I challenge you to a race around the air altar. That should tire you out. I accept. Last one there is an extra large egg. And alright then, so this part's actually super easy about the quest. You actually have to have a little race basically where you just go to each different checkpoint here. And of course the imp is pretty fast. But he starts losing his breath and you just have to basically do 4 different laps around here, as you can see by the counts and such, since there are 16 checkpoints. And it's pretty easy. You just pretty much just want to click on each of these little circles, get to them, and he gets slower throughout the race. So it's actually super easy to win. I'm not too sure if you can actually lose it even if you're just walking, but I do know, as you can tell, he gets super slow. So we're almost done here. We got 2 more clicks, 1 more over here. And there we go, you won the race. You've done. Worn me out. Great race, mate. I feel a bit woozy. Hang on a sec. And the final bead is ours. So now he's a relaxed imp. Ah, that's better. Ooh, mate, you're standing in puke. No, really, I hadn't noticed. Looks like the bead's floating in me breakfast. You can have it, mate. I want nothing more to do with it. Alright, let's go ahead and take the bead. You retrieve the sanguine bead and quickly clean up the imp vomit. It's squishy and smells strongly of blood. The bead, that is, not the vomit. Alright, so we got the sanguine bean. And the melancholic bead. I keep saying bean. Bead. The choleric bead. And the phlegmatic bead. So now, all we gotta do is make our way back to the Wizard's Tower. So I will meet you guys there. Alright, here we are back at the Wizard's Tower. I just realized I went up a floor too high. So let me go ahead and descend 1 floor here so we can actually turn in this quest. I wasn't paying much attention. I forgot the Lesser Demon's right over there. I've become so used to it being oriented to the north, so I forgot that it was actually over on the side. But here's Wizard Ms. God, and let's give Miss Beads.
How are you doing finding my beads?
I've got all 4 beads.
Oh, thank you. Keep them here and I'll check that they really are my beads before I give you your reward. You'll like it. It's an amulet of accuracy.
Well, that sounds like a great reward. So now we get a cool little cutscene where he returns the beads to this little table area to check if they're the real things. And we have completed Imp Catcher. So we get 875 magic experience, and we get access to his amulet shop, which I believe you can buy the
What can I do for you?
amulets of accuracy for 5,000 gold. So not too shabby, but it gives you a range bonus of 15, so it's actually a super good early on amulet for range. But let's go ahead and use the XP lamp. And did we get a level? We did. We actually hit magic level 25. That's not too shabby. So we get the Varrock teleport. So instead of having to do the home teleport, we now have access to the spell that allows us to just teleport straight to like Varrock Fountain. And I'm going to go ahead and do this other part here that I mentioned earlier. And we're going to make our way to the Archaeology Guild. So let me just check our quest real quick, just see if what else got unlocked, if anything, from having that magic level go up. I think we actually unlocked something, but I wasn't paying 100% attention if it was a requirement. I guess I could just clicked on here and checked, but we already checked it and I guess nothing popped up, so I guess we're good to go. So I will meet you guys over in Varrock, over at the Archaeology Guild. Alright, and here we are over at the Archaeology Guild. So I actually set our path to the Archaeology path, so that way we could actually get there a little easier by having a path and everything. So this is the Archaeology Guild, and we have to speak to Acting Guildmaster Reininger at the Archaeology Guild to begin this skill. So let's go ahead and just follow along this path and find where this Acting Guildmaster is. Actually right over here. So we can go ahead and start this skill. So are you here to sign up with the Archaeology Guild? We just recently received some serious funding and we're in need of as much help as we can get. Maybe? Why would I want to become an archaeologist though? You want the sales pitch, right? Need a reason to get down in the dirt with the rest of us working schmoes. Well, I'm sure one of these 4 core aspects of archaeology will at least get you to give it a shot. Wealth, power, fame, and stories. Wealth is the easy one. Not only will you find artifacts with their own inherent value, we also have a healthy trade going on between guild members. Any materials you excavate, you can sell to other archaeologists, unless you're an Ironman. Power comes in the form of any magical relics you discover in your career. A held-out adventurous sort such as you could gain great value out of increasing your power. Fame comes in the form of being the first to discover something of note or importance. There's more than one way to become a world-renowned archaeologist, and it isn't all just about being the most experienced of us. And finally, the stories. Archaeologists who uncover long-forgotten tales of people and places from the past, events lost to time, and rediscover things both mysterious and wonderful. Well, I'm sure one of those motivates me. Do I need any qualifications? Those come later. I'm sure we can start you off on the basics and you can learn on the job. Great, sir. So, what are the basics? Well, first off, you're gonna need some tools. The tutor hands you a set of archaeologist tools and you place them on your tool belt, which is pretty much like a specimen bus, I believe a trowel, and a specimen jar maybe? But we'll go ahead and got those, so those tools at his hand you will cover most of your needs, uncovering excavations and restoring damaged artifacts mostly. However, we've been developing a new tool to do the actual excavation. Strong enough to dig out materials quickly, but delicate for when you need to be careful around an artifact. Take this bronze matic to start with. And now we have a new tool that we can actually add to our tool belt, the bronze matic. So go ahead and add it in. Now, excavation is one of the 2 main aspects of archaeology. You'll find a number of excavation hotspots across the various dig sites. Excavation hotspots have many names, but the first step is always to uncover them, like that Syntestin soil over there. Syntestin, how do we pronounce that? Your main goal will be to slowly dig up an artifact from them, but while doing so, you will obtain a number of other useful finds. We'll discuss the value of these as we go. Also, I kind of slipped out the accent I was trying to give her, and, you know, I'm sick, that's my excuse. It comes and goes. So the blue bar above your head while you excavate shows your progress toward discovering your next damaged artifact. While excavating, you will also find materials which are used to restore these damaged artifacts. To start with, you will need to uncover each new excavation hotspot that you find. Try it on the pile of Syntestin soil just north of me here. I am struggling to pronounce that today. So let's go ahead and uncover the soil and see what happens. Neat, I've uncovered an excavation. Now let's start excavating at it. So it tells you the name of the excavation, the level requirements, the materials it gives you, and then the damage artifacts. So this is your beginner one. So this is obviously only going to have like, one artifact in it, which is the Centurion Sword. So now we can just go ahead and click on it. And now we get a little blue bar here. So yes, I found some soil. So it tells you the discovery progress as a bar above you, but also you can see it on here. But you have a chance to get materials or soil from the excavations. The soils, you can go over here and screen them in order to get more materials and rarely artifacts. But the materials that you get are actually what you use to restore artifacts and such, which we'll learn. I'm kind of spoiling the path, I realize, but it's a pretty easy skill to learn. But we're already at level 2 archaeology, so it goes pretty fast at early levels. And it's nice because as you go along, you unlock relics, which unlock abilities, and so on and so forth. And the higher levels, you actually excavate faster, and all that other fun stuff. So we are almost done finding an artifact. So you find Centurion's Stress Sword, damaged. So when excavating, you can make discoveries. These damaged artifacts you discover can be restored, but they require various materials. Left click to see artifact information. And we're level 3 archaeology. So you click on it to inspect it. It tells you how much iron you need and how much purple heartwood you need. So these are the materials, and this is the damaged artifact, the archaeology level you need, and then the workbench. So the materials required to restore an artifact are shown here. When you are ready, talk to Acting Guildmaster Reininger about the next step. And then it tells you the collections as well, which is museum training weapons. So the museum is the important part for collections, because you'll get a little currency called Chronos and all this other fun stuff that we'll learn about later. So let's go ahead and talk to the acting guildmaster and find out what she has to say about this. So I found some soil materials and a damaged artifact. Upon inspection, it looks like I will need some more materials before I can restore the artifact though. Well, one way to find more materials is to screen any soil you found while excavating. I have some more soil for you to screen. Come back after you've freed up some space to take it. So we need to have some space to take it, of course, but we can screen it here. But I'm gonna go ahead and bank stuff because it's smart to have your inventory space open for this kind of stuff, because otherwise you're just not gonna have room. It's just not a good time. We also have 2 air talismans. We kind of didn't need that extra one we got from the quest, but I'm gonna go ahead and store the amulet accuracy since we're not using we're not using range right now. So let's go ahead and see about getting this soil from her. So she hands you some more synthesis soil. So head over to the screening station and screen that soil. So we go on over, we click screen mesh, and then it gives us the options for what soils we have, and we just go ahead and screen it. So since we have 10 of them, it actually goes through and tells you, your progress on it. It tells you when you get your materials, such as we just got those 2 iron, and we should get 2 purple heartwood as well. So there should be 1 more coming up here. Yes, there is. Cool. Right, that should be enough screening. What did you find? And now we gotta show her the stuff. So screening is a good way to find any materials you might have missed, among other things. The screening station will help you separate the soil from any useful items still hidden within it. So now for the other main aspect of archaeology, restoration. Damaged artifacts require a lot of materials to restore them back to a pristine condition. To help, we have a material storage container that you can use to store any materials you discover. So all damaged artifacts you discover while excavating can be inspected in order to see which materials you will need in order to restore that artifact, and in what quantity. I added an extra word in there for some reason, so it's in order to see how many materials you need, all that stuff. So see if you can restore that damaged artifact you dug up. First, check out the material storage container, then make use of the nearby archaeologist's workbench to restore that damaged artifact. So now we can go on over, we can view the contents of the material storage container here, which it also has the option to store. So we click on it, and you can actually deposit all of your items here because they can require some artifacts can require large amounts of materials to restore, So it can be used to store materials required for restoration, then they can be used directly from the container. So we can just go ahead and deposit all here. And you only get a limited amount of space. You can purchase upgrades, of course, as you go along from the guild itself, kind of thing. But let's go ahead and restore an artifact here. And go ahead and do it. Also, there are a ton of like miscellaneous ones as well that we will eventually be able to do. But right now we're just going to be doing the dress sword, and it tells you how much experience you get and all that stuff. So just like, you know, the smithing interface and such, and crafting and any skill and interface. So let's click restore. And it takes about 6 seconds to do it. And here we go. So woo, that's my first artifact restored. That should show us to our acting guild master Reininger. And alright, so we are Archaeology level 5. We actually unlocked a relic called the Mortal Cup. So let's go ahead and talk to the acting guild master and find out more about it. Congratulations, you restored your first artifact. There are collectors out in the world who would love to get their hands on these artifacts. Velucia is a collector who can be found out front of the main building. She might be interested in adding that to her collection. You should go talk to her. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. So now we're learning about collections. You can actually contribute these artifacts to the collectors here. By talking to them, you can view the different information on notice board. So, of course, you know, this is our first time doing this, so she's gonna say, wait, this is a Centurion's chest sword. I'd love that for my collection. I'll trade you something valuable for it. So collectors have an interest in the artifacts you restore and reward you for contributing artifacts to their collections. Alright, so you can just click on it to exchange, and you get chronotes, which you can add to your currency pouch and all that fun stuff. So Velucia hands you a relic in return for completing her collection. So thanks for helping me with my collection. There are many collectors in the world who are interested in artifacts. You can see a list of those that we're aware of on the notice board here. The museum is also interested in our discoveries and reward you for your contribution. I'd best report back to Acting Guild Master Reininger. So, the Mortal Cup, you can actually observe it, and it'll say, what is this thing? I can feel the power emanating from it and point me towards that strange monolith at the center of the Archaeology campus. I should probably show it to Acting Guild Master Reininger. And basically it tells you a little bit about the artifact and such, like gives you a little bit like flavor text for it. But over here where the museum guard is, you can actually donate your artifacts that you've already given the collections, and you don't need more chronotes and such. So if you do that, you only get a fraction of the chronotes that you would get, but it's a good way to do it early on, just to grind out chronotes if you really need them. But let's actually press continue real quick. There, that's gone. And let's talk to the acting guild master. Velucia handed me the relic in return for the artifact I gave her. It feels like it's drawing me towards the monolith. Really? Now that is unusual. We've been researching that mysterious monolith ever since Guildmaster Tony's disappearance. He was messing with it when he disappeared. Everyone has been too wary to get close to it, though. But if that relic is pointing you towards it... we should see if your connection with the mysterious monolith is any different. Be careful, though. So relics are objects of immense power, most of which have been lost to time, and the power that's contained within these relics can be harnessed by offering them to the monolith. Pretty much all that says. We just interact with the mysterious monolith, and we get a cool little cutscene that happens now. Amazing, you weren't pulled inside the monolith. Wait, that was a possibility? Well, that's how Guildmaster Tony vanished. I probably should have been clearer about that part. We made it off limits to the rest of the guild's members, but there was something about how that route drew you to it and how confident you were. I just had a feeling things would work out this time, and look, I wasn't wrong. Wow, how many interns have you been through? I'm sorry, okay? Don't judge me. We've been accident-free since Tony's disappearance. Anyway, let's see if you can tap the monolith and access the power that relic contained. So we get the Font of Life, which increases your maximum health by 500. and it costs 1,000 chronos to activate, so we actually can't add these to our. That's the reason why we can't add these to our currency pouch. So it told you how much monolith energy is needed, how much you have total right now, which increases as you advance in the skill, and then there's all these different relic pouches you can activate. So you press harness, you only get 3 slots, and you go ahead and confirm it. Oop, I got select the slot first. Confirm it. You managed to access the power that relic contained. I'm impressed, HCIM Pen Pro. Here, I was thinking I was recruiting just another intern today. I wasn't expecting you to go one better than our very own guildmaster. I've only assumed the position of acting guildmaster because I believe Tony can and will return to us. That said, I feel you have the potential to climb up our ranks very quickly. You have a natural affinity with this stuff. Speaking of which, come meet me in the main campus. Building's just west of here to claim your first qualification. We need to get you working at a dig site pronto. And with that, I'm actually going to end things here because we're about out of time for this episode, and I don't want to make this an hour-long episode for you guys. But next time on RuneScape Hardcore Ironman, we're going to head on into the guild, get our first qualification, and see what happens about these dig sites and such. So it's been Pendragon, and I'll see you guys next time.